Hello, good afternoon and welcome to a glorious Dewsbury, drenched in sunshine today as we continue our unrivalled commitment to the Betfred Challenge Cup. Dewsbury against Widnes Vikings, live and exclusive on the way in the company of the former Widnes captain Kevin Brown. We're really looking forward to this one today. What chance a compelling and very tight fixture?
I think a very good chance. I think both sides are in good form. Widnes a little bit inconsistent, but you know, Dewsbury are flawless at the minute, winning 4 from 4. So I think it'd be a really close game. I've just walked past the Dewsbury lads. They're all really big, really happy at the minute, and the Widnes lads are just behind us now. So it's going to be a good game, a very close one, I think.
A real opportunity for both of these two sides. Dewsbury, as Kevin says, absolutely flawless so far at the start of their league season, and pitted against one of the big dogs, if you like, in the Championship. And a coach, John Keir, who you know really well, and a guy who knows this iconic cup competition probably better than any coach around at the moment.
Yeah, he's the most experienced coach in England by far, and experience in the cup too. Not just as a front runner, but as an underdog. So we'll be planning and prepping his team, you know, to not to take these lightly today, and making sure that they start fast. I think they'll throw the ball around. I think the fact that it is a really nice day suits Widnes. I think Dewsbury's big pack would have liked it to a bit wet, but no, it'd be a good game.
Kick-off on the way. We're really looking forward to this one. I hope you enjoy it with us as well. Team news to follow. Let's hear next, though, from the two head coaches. Liam, good to see you. How much are you and the players up for this today?
Yeah, really up for it. Excited to test ourselves against a team at championship level. I don't think it's a secret that we want to be back playing at that level, so to try and test ourselves at that tempo and that physicality today is something that we're all looking forward to.
What did you think when the draw was made?
To be honest, we just wanted a home game because playing League One, it reduces your league games by a long number. So you know, we lost about 4 home games. So just for the club, I just wanted to get a home game, and then to pull Widnes out at home, who usually travel pretty well in terms of numbers, was exciting for the club. And then with them sitting 4th in the Championship, it's a big test for us as a team as well.
Results-wise, it's been faultless. Your start to the year so far. Performance-wise, what have you made of your team?
Yeah, we've been building steadily. We've been trying to play our style of rugby, which we have to have our own style. With the sort of pitch we play on is a little bit tighter than most grounds, and then obviously we have to adjust when we're away from home. But we've been building pretty nicely. Sometimes we've been tested a few times, and then others has not been a big of a test. But we're aware we're making a massive step up today.
And a word on your opponents today. I mean, a coach who knows this competition and knows you actually very, very well, and one of the heavyweights in the division that you're aspiring to be in.
Yeah, that's it. Obviously, a massively experienced coach, and probably the most experienced, with Wayne Bennett in the world. So I've worked with John. He's a good bloke. He's a great motivator, and he knows what a tough ground it is to come to. So there'll be no. They won't be resting on the laurels at Widnes. They won't be taking it lightly by any means. So it'd be a massive challenge for us. And as a team, that they can play. They've got some halfbacks. I know that Craven's banned this week, but they've got some players who like to. They get in shape all the time and test your defence across the board, which is something we probably haven't had so far this year. Our defence is going to get tested every set on every play, and there's going to be numbers coming at them, it'll be alien because of the last month or so for us. So that'll be the challenge for us, to concentrate every single play rather than 2 or 3 plays a set.
John, great to see you with the sun out as well. How much are you and the players looking forward to this today?
We're looking forward to it greatly because we've obviously got aspirations in the Championship, in our league campaign, but we've also got aspirations in this great competition as well. And obviously the fact that it's like a dual competition with the 1895 Cup, it's got added significance. So we know what the rewards are, but we also know what we've got to do in order to earn those rewards. So we really are looking forward to this afternoon.
Competition, of course, that you've got great pedigree in, but so too the Widnes Vikings. Does today represent another opportunity?
It does, yeah. It's a massive opportunity, you know, for the club. Again, you know, we're speaking about IMG coming in, what they're going to look for, what the criteria they need for a club going forward. Well, obviously, one of the criteria they'll look at is on-field performance, and the further you go in the Challenge Cup competition, the better it is. And as I've said before, the 1895 Cup's played at Wembley, so there's also a little bit of an incentive for the players there as well.
Team news-wise, you've had to have a couple of things to think about. Talk us through the halfback pairing and also what you want from old boy Kyle Amor off the bench today.
Yeah, I mean, the halfback pairing, Danny Craven, he's been suspended. So I've been wanting to look at Jack Owens as a half, to tell you the truth, because I think he's got a real future there. So he's got the opportunity to play there with young Joey Lyons, who's been doing a sterling job for us. And it releases Matty Fleming at fullback as well, who I feel that's his best position. So through a bit of adversity, i.e. Danny's suspension, we're going to have a look at some players where I think it could be very interesting. And off the bench, obviously, we've got Kyle Amor, and we're just going to make him earn his money. So, he'll be out there. If it's tough, he's going to get out there and be out there a long time.
And a word on today's opponents. What have you said to your players about the danger that Dewsbury represent?
Well, they're undefeated, first of all, George, so they're obviously in pretty good nick. They've looked like a championship team playing in League One, in all honesty, and I think Liam Finn's had a great influence on them. He's a very smart kid. I know I've worked with him, and you can tell his ideas are coming across in how they're playing, so it will be a tough old game. And the surroundings as well make it such, because it's a narrow pitch and it's a short pitch, so you have to adapt slightly to what your normal game plan is. So we know we've got a heck of a challenge in front of us, but we're happy to embrace that, and we know the rewards are great also.
Thanks a lot, John. Best of luck.
Cheers. Thanks, George.
The thoughts of John Keir, Mr. Challenge Cup pre-match, and we're looking forward to this one here at a sun-drenched Dewsbury for the Rams against the Widnes Vikings. And an opportunity, as both coaches were keen to stress, an opportunity to make another giant stride in this most iconic of cup competitions. These are the starting sides, starting with the home side at Dewsbury 17, named by their head coach, Liam Finn. Owen Restall, the dangerous fullback, a hat-trick last Sunday. And will he be ready to go again? He's the fullback. Then it's Lewis Carr, Bailey O'Connor, Ollie Greensmith and Perry Whiteley. The halves, Paul Sykes, 42 later this year and still going strong in alongside Callum Turner. Up front, Jimmy Beckett, Reece Butterworth and Ronan Dixon. And completing the 13, Matt Garside, Brad Graham and Connor Davies. The bench, Sam Day, Elliot Morris, Jackson Walker and Luke Littlewood for the undefeated so far Dewsbury Rams. What about John Keir's Widnes Vikings? A couple of alterations en force with Danny Craven suspended and sitting here in the stands very close to us. Matt Fleming therefore is the fullback and Jack Owens moves into the halves. John Keir saying he's looking forward to seeing what Owens can do in the halfback position. So Fleming the fullback, Ryan Ince, Sam Wilde, Joe Edge and Kieran Dixon on 149 career tries is the former Super League winger. Then it's Owens and Joe Lyons in the halves. Callum Field, Matty Fozzard and Ant Walker. And the big man, Adam Lawton, in there with Shane Grady and Liam Bent. Kyle Amor, we hope to see off the bench alongside Aaron Brown, Ollie Brooks and Owen Farnworth. With us for this one on a beautiful day for Rugby League. It really couldn't be a better occasion for this Betfred Challenge Cup fourth round tie, as Widnes make their way back into the sheds and prepare for kick-off. The Vikings, the former Widnes Vikings captain Kevin Brown with us to call this one. And off they go. They'll be up for this, won't they? The two sides, we're looking at Dewsbury lining up to our right, but Widnes will have their heads on for this one. They know this is a dangerous opponent today.
Yeah, and I spoke to a few of the lads before the game, and they mentioned the start of the game. It's really important that they start well, and they knock that enthusiasm out of Dewsbury. I think the habit of winning for Dewsbury will definitely help, and they'll be looking themselves to start big. I think Liam Finn said before the game that it's just a nice way to test themselves. They have been flying high in League One, but can they test themselves against one of the big boys in the Championship and even push them close today at home? It's a different sort of pitch today, George. It's a bit narrower than usual, and I think you can see that by both sides how they've lined up. Sam Wilde in the centre for Widnes, a back rower, and some big bodies, Greensmith and Whitley, 16, 17 stone men in the centre and wing. So some big collisions definitely today, and I can't wait for the start of this game.
Yeah, 100th Widnes appearance for Sam Wilde, playing in the centres today. The positional switch that John Keir was discussing with us, Kevin, pre-match, was how much he was looking forward to seeing Jack Owens in the halves as someone who's played in that position at the very highest level and at full-back. What are you expecting to see from that shift today?
Well, yeah, he's always been a talented player, Jack Owens, and he's been put at full-back normally because of his pace. And, you know, when you do get to your latter years as a player, you do lose that pace. But Jack, his pace of mind and his quality thinking, I think, you know, we'll see today when he needs to speed the game up and speed it up, when he needs to take some, you know, energy out of this big Dewsbury side, he'll do that too and kick to the corners. But he's a very smart player, still got that athletic ability that he did have at full-back. You know, I said to John, I like him at hooker as well. When he plays around there, he can also play there. So he's a proper rugby player, George. Wherever you put him, you know, he's the leader of this side. You know, a big focal point of the attack today, it'll go through him.
And speaking of advancing years, one glance down the Dewsbury Rams starting side sees Paul Sykes still occupying that number 6 shirt. He'll be 42 later this year. He made his Bradford Bulls competitive debut in 1999. Don't know what you were doing then. I was studying French at Liverpool University. Makes you feel very old, but he's in great shape and still
that's the thing.
A very useful player.
Yeah, he is. You look at him and he doesn't look like his age from when I was playing. I think it was like 2006 we played for Great Britain together and was in the squad together, and Sykes, he played. He's a great player, and the thing is, he's still doing it on the field. He's kicking goals. I think he missed 1 goal out of, you know, 7 or 8 last week against Rochdale when they dispatched them by 50. So he's really contributing. He's not just making the numbers up. And 499 next week will be a massive game for him personally to clock up 500. But yeah, he'll be like the Jack Owens for Dewsbury, where the attack will go through him. He'll run the play. He's obviously got bags of experience, and you know, he won't be fazed by playing against Widnes today. I think he'll be excited as well about testing himself once again as a near 42-year-old veteran.
Well, the live pictures here in Dewsbury, the sun has come out to play today. We were looking forward to this game anyway, but it's really set fair, perfect conditions. Pitch a little bit heavy, and as Kevin mentioned, quite a narrow pitch here as well, which will make it a little bit different for the two sets of players. The Widnes Vikings fans over to our left behind the posts have travelled in reasonable number and great expectation, I am sure, for another step through this Betfred Challenge Cup competition. What chance, or what's the best chance of the home side to keep this tight and potentially even Kevin Brown spring an upset today?
Oh, well, they have to do the basics, right? The penalties and ball control is a must. You know, if you give cheap possession and cheap territory against a good side in Widnes, then they'll burn you. So I think it's a must that they start well. It's a must that they're very, very disciplined. But they've got to use the ball as well. They've got to attack Widnes. They can't just wait and expect Widnes to go away, because they won't. They need to go and take this game on themselves. Liam Finn's a very smart coach. I know Liam quite well. A similar age to him and came through the ranks with him, and you know, played against him quite a few times. And speaking to him before the game, he said we will have to do some stuff today that Widnes might not expect. So expect the unexpected today, and I think if they can do that, I think the start's crucial. I think if they can score first and just get this Dewsbury fans on their side, then they do have a chance here, George.
We're hoping for a thriller. It's live and exclusive on the Sportsman as we continue our unrivaled dedication to this very special Betfred Challenge Cup competition. And with the draws having already taken place for rounds 4 and 5, we know that London Broncos are waiting at home watching and awaiting the winners, as Widnes led out by Jack Owens make their way out onto the field in the traditional all-white with black trim for the visitors, who will play right to left first half. As we look on, John Keir, who's masterminded some very, very special Challenge Cup days, makes his way out, hoping to continue a run in this competition. And Dewsbury, well, they're undefeated so far this season. in the Cup and 4 from 4 in Betfred League One as well. They're the pace setters, but today they come up against one of the heavyweights in the division above, the league they are aspiring to graduate into. And John Keir himself said pre-match this Dewsbury team is a championship side playing in League One. Well, let's see how they fare up today. Widnes are out, Dewsbury making them wait. And we're just about ready to go. Live and exclusive on the Sportsman as Rhys Butterworth leads out the Rams. It's a big, big afternoon in Dewsbury. It's Dewsbury versus Widnes for a place in round 5 of the Betfred Challenge Cup. Liam Rush is the man in the middle today. And we're poised for a blockbusting afternoon of Challenge Cup Rugby League. It'll be the Rams to get us underway in the wonderful left boot from the old stager Paul Sykes to open proceedings here. Widnes will return. Here we go. Sunday afternoon. Dewsbury and Widnes for a place in round 5 of the Betfred Challenge Cup, and the Vikings with first feel of the football. Matty Fozzard is there. Starting 9. Strong first carry from Adam Lawton, met with interest though. And you would expect to see a great degree of hunger in the tackle for the first defensive set from Dewsbury.
Yeah, they're almost shoulder to shoulder, George. It's Rhys Butterworth who's in control of this tackle now, and they'll be relatively happy, you know, containing them to the 40. You know, for Widnes, it's a must that they just get through these opening sets and get a good kick in. Jack Owen's already barking behind his troops.
This is the last, so Fozzard goes right and finds the aforementioned Owens, who goes high, towering bomb. That was well taken. We saw the danger of that type of kick in the Leeds Rhinos defeat in Super League. Slightly different conditions here today. And that was well taken. And now the first set of 6 with ball in hand for the home side, as Callum Turner wearing 7 shovels left, and the Rams set up with a hush, an air of expectancy around the stadium. There's a strong carry into the tackle. Both sides looking for an error-free opening set. Here's Butterworth on the last, so they'll kick from around about the 40 here. Near side is Sykes, goes high, spiral bomb. And it dips out of the air, good take by Matt Fleming, wearing 3 but playing fullback for the Vikings today. And the away side set up just beyond their 20. Kevin Brown.
Yeah, it was a nice spiral kick from Paul Sykes, and he didn't look too comfortable under that Matt Fleming at first, but then, you know, a great catch. Real low risk from both sides at the minute. George was taking it one out and, you know, getting into this arm wrestle.
Fozzard, crowd wanted forward. Walker takes it on the big man. Matty Fozzard again. And then Callum Fields. Last tackle, 30 away. The Vikings, so Lyons with the left boot this time, says chase that. Grady's after it, knocks it backwards into the hands of the Rams, and that danger diffused on 10 metres.
Yeah, and it was a nice play by Callum Turner, just, you know, being around the ball for when it got knocked back by Shane Grady. It was a lovely kick from Joey Lyons. You know, and they just dodged a bullet there, you know, getting bodies around. It's a real good sign of energy.
Widnes nudging their way up the field with every set so far, and you could see that bit of class on the last with the kicks. Dewsbury traps in their own 40 once more. Butterworth to Sykes, who just pops it up. And you can see how heavy it is underfoot. And that will be the last, so they've only made it up to the 40. And where are we going this time with Callum Turner? It's a long kick, well watched. Game of chess so far.
Yeah, I think both coaches would have sent the message out, just complete your opening sets. You always try and complete your first 5. Both teams at the minute, 100% in completion rates. But the kicking game from Dewsbury, I think it's straight down the throat a couple of times. They won't want to keep doing that to Ryan Ince because he's a very strong ball carrier.
There's Kieran Dixon coming in for his first carry. One of his former clubs, London, await the winners in London in round 5. There's the battering ram, Ant Walker. As the Vikings set up centre field once more.
5, move Reese.
This is
Go 5.
the last one. Owens goes high again over at the far side. Grady again, he's looking likely, he's offloading. Still the last this.
No, the kick is not through.
The referee is saying that'll be Dewsbury ball, you're all off.
Got held up in the wind, that one, George. The wind is definitely coming into play now. This will give the opportunity to Dewsbury to actually put some attack in shape, but it's not the best kick by Callum Turner.
No, he's shanked off the outside of the left boot.
Just there.
He's only gone forward about 5 metres.
I think he could have thrown it further, George.
He's gone over into the car park, right by your car, I think.
1, move Jack. Stand square.
But the first penalty of the game given away by the Vikings, who've started well. Grady
2, and again Jack, let go. Hold.
in the tackle. The Rams on halfway. Showing and then driving.
3rd,
Dixon.
move Ant. Hold here, Adam, wait. Go 3rd.
First foray into Widnes territory for the home side. Reese Butterworth just goes on his own. Last tackle. But they've got a good look at the line here, 20 away. What's Sykes going to do? He's going to say challenge that far side. Oh, he spotted it early and claimed it well.
I thought that was a good kick. I thought the chase let him down a little bit there, Paul Sykes. He's put it in the area that you'd want it as a chaser, but they didn't chase as a sprint, and ultimately it was an easy take for Ryan Ince.
Jimmy, you're not square, Jimmy.
Dixon again. 2 carries up the middle early
Back left, hold.
for the winger.
Go 3rd.
Fozzard, change of direction.
4, move cut, move. Reese, hold, go 4.
Only a couple to go this set. And a scamper from dummy half, almost caught Dewsbury cold. It's the last tackle, and what a quick play here. Popped up in the air by Lyons again. Good claim, but he's going to be in touch far side. That's a great end to the set for the Vikings, and we're going to get the ball back here.
And that just shows the energy and the difference in the chase. They got rewarded from the chase there because they put that effort in there. I think it was Ryan Ince who ultimately came down and put him into touch. It was. Yeah, on the previous set, Dewsbury, it was a great kick by Sykes. They just didn't have that similar kind of energy, and now they're going to have to defend their own line.
Nothing Owen Restall really could do about that. The Rams full back in his side now for the first time. Have some real defending to do, and the offload away. It could be over here right at the start of the set. It's going to be held up over the line. Just opened up for Matty Fozzard there.
Yeah, Jack Owens back in the orders out. It looks like it's going to come left to him.
Here he is. Pops it up for Liam Bent to crash to the ground right in front of the sticks. Opportunity knocked for the first try of the game. Oh, he's bouncing into tackles, is Walker, and the offload again, and they're promoting the ball. Owens, Lyons, Lawton. This is brilliant. Can Dixon get in? Back inside. It's come off a Dewsbury man, but the Rams did their job at the back.
Well, it was great play by Joe Edge to get the offload away, and then it was even better defence to stop the try. I think it was touched by a Dewsbury man. I'm not sure what the referee's called, George.
Oh, it certainly was. But I think the Rams are going to get the decision here.
Yeah.
He's going to rule the... he was offloading into touch and the Dewsbury man had nothing to do with that. I think that's the right shout.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. It was good cover defence. It looked like Kieran Dixon was going to go in at the corner from the offload. But the scramble, I think it was Bailey O'Connor who came across and just put Dixon into touch.
Slow play the ball. Some of the home fans yelling for offside as Sykes picks a dangerous one up off the floor. Swarmed out by white jerseys. Edge in the tackle again. They're going to kick on the fourth down the line. Skidding towards touch, but taken by Fleming. And breaking the tackle and offloading is Fleming. Starting to break into life, this one perhaps. Fozzard again.
It's a great carry.
Starting to hammer a few holes in this Dewsbury defence, Widnes now. Off goes Matty Fozzard. Fleming from dummy half. Lyons on his left shoulder. The big man Lawton wants an offload. No one there for him. Last tackle. They're going to play skinny side, no way through. Fleming tried to catch Dewsbury cold, but the Rams again do their job.
Yeah, and he's seen that probably 300 times, Paul Sykes, in his career, the short side sneak, and he was up to that. I think that the defence on Lawton before was fantastic as well, but Widnes now, like you say, George, just starting to get through these tackles and make some space and offloads. Looks like it could break open at any point in this game.
Well, Lawton had actually taken the bounce and he had the arms free for the offload, but there was no one there to take it. So an opportunity perhaps gone begging for Widnes, but they have the upper hand territorially, no question about that. All the rugby league being played in this part of the pitch at the moment, and it's tough going for the home side, who continue to promote the ball down the middle. You could hear the thud.
He's done well to stay on his feet there, George, after getting whacked by Lawton.
I felt that one from up here. The kicking on the last inside the 40. One bounce, easy take. Fleming has options right and left. He's going to take it up himself and just set up in centre field.
I think there's an option to run the ball on the last for Dewsbury. There's three fullbacks now. The wingers are going all the way back. I think Liam Finn will be spotting that and saying run the ball and kick it from the centre or the wings.
And he did say, Kev, Liam Finn pre-match, they might have to try something a little bit different today.
Yeah, and I think that's the case. If they keep doing what they're doing at the minute and kicking the ball back, you see tackle 2 and 3 regularly starting in their own half now, Dewsbury. And they can only last so long before points will be conceded.
Fozzard gave it to Lyons, who's wrapped up. Home fans enjoyed that one. Fozzard back inside to Owens in the halves today. Callum Field took the contact. Last tackle. It's going to be Lyons down this near side. Pops it up. That's Dixon to chase. Another good claim. But the pressure building on Dewsbury here, who are struggling to get out of their own 40.
Yeah, they're really dominating the field position.
Ah, then that'll help.
They need people with them though, George. It's all one out at the minute. You know, this is a little bit better, but then it's one out again by O'Connor. They need to, you know, attack this line in numbers.
Bailey O'Connor wearing 26. Good strong hand into the chest of Lyons. But again, it's the last, just over halfway. Sykes screaming for the ball. First receiver left side, here he is. Sykes again with the trademark spiral bomb. Good take. That's the weapon, it's that Sykes kick.
Yeah, I think that's the best weapon so far. I think just chasing that. He looks comfortable at the back though, Fleming now. He took that when it wasn't spiralling like the previous kick. But he took that well. But it just takes the back three out of it now. You can see that Widnes have really condensed. Sam Wild carrying the ball.
13 minutes in on the Sportsman, nothing on the board. Widnes holding the upper hand, but Dewsbury hanging in there as Lawton goes on another canter. Fozzard slots in. Lyons has a think and then shovels it to Owens, and Grady takes it on, and this one will be given forward.
I think the crowd helped that one, George.
They've been yelling for the forward pass of the fans who are flanking our commentary position midway up this main stand, and that one the touch judge on the far side agreed with.
Yeah, completion rates have been really good so far, and that's probably the first occasion
from both sides.
Yeah, from both sides. That's the first time that there has been an error. So Dewsbury just need to a bit of time down in the opposition half. Really pressure Widnes with some good ball, but at the minute it's just a dominant display by it. It's probably the pack that's setting the platform for Widnes. I think when they go through the middle they look very good.
Wait there, wait, head in, okay. Out!
Here come Dewsbury, who's so far been starved of opportunities, as Callum Turner in the orange boots slots in at dummy half. Another good carry. They want to speed up the play the ball though. That's more like it with Garsides.
He's been impressive so far, George.
Sykes with a quick play. Bouncing off a couple goes Bailey O'Connor. This is a decent position with a couple to go for Dewsbury. Good look here at the Widnes line. Dancing into it is Callum Turner. This is the last. Sykes slots in and yells. And he's going to dink one over to the right side. O'Connor's after it. Good claim, Dixon. But not a bad place to end your set. That's as good as it's got so far for the home side.
Yeah, and that just shows when you do make an error, it puts a lot of pressure on, and the difference now, like you say, Kieran Dixon catch the ball under pressure, Joe Edge gets whacked, and now that's a shoulder charge.
Yeah, I thought so as well, and that's a penalty given away. Referee Liam Rush had a good view of that. Just went in for the big contact.
Yeah, I think it was Brad Graham, the back rower for the Dewsbury Rams. Just got a little bit too aggressive, flew in with the shoulder, and now well, that's a relieving penalty. With a wind at the back, Joe Edge will make 30 metres.
Best end to the set so far, immediately undone. And here come Widnes again on the quarter-hour mark here on a sunny Sunday afternoon in Dewsbury. It's the Rams against the Vikings for a place against London Broncos in the next round of this year's Betfred Challenge Cup. London big winners over Doncaster yesterday. There's Owens. Is that Sykes flying out of the line?
I think he's trying to cut the time down on Lawton.
Here come Widnes again with Bent. Fozzard going right this time. Owens on his right shoulder into a cul-de-sac of his own making, and just says, let's set up and go again. This is the last. Owens is hanging back right side. They're going to come left, I think, with Lyons. Here they go. That's come off Sykes. That's going to be another 6. If Dixon can keep it in play, they'll bring it back. It's a knock-on by Sykes, who's come into the line, and Widnes will have a really good opportunity here.
Yeah, they're really turning the screw now. It was Paul Sykes who just threw his arm out when Joe Lyons went to the line. I'm not sure he has to do that, especially on the 5th tackle. Such a difficult area to defend that from the scrum now, in the centre of the field.
Heads in, hold the line, wait for the out. Boys, what we're doing, you got 4 in front row here.
Is this the moment for the first try of the game? Widnes knocking at the door, and straight from the scrum they go. Matty Fozzard gives Widnes the lead. And the Rams were caught cold as Widnes nudge ahead.
Yeah, and that's such a difficult place to defend, from a scrum. What they did, they split 4 defenders on one side and 2 on the other, and that left, the fullback Fleming came round and Sykes overchased. And Fozzard was just too smart. He throws the dummy. You see Sykes turn his hips. Number 6 there, he just can't make the tackle. He scores the try, and you've got to say that has been coming.
So the best opportunity of the match so far yields the first 4 points. Straight from the scrum, Fozzard touching down. And Owens with the opportunity to make it a 6-pointer. But the pressure was building, and it was just that 6 again off Sykes on this near side, and straight from the scrum. Fozzard caught the home side cold. As Kyle Amor goes for a gentle jog on this near touchline.
Let's call it a fast walk.
he's looking up at us to say, oh no, what are you saying? I hope he gets on, see if he can still play the game as well as he talks the game. Owens to attempt the extra 2 from that Matty Fozzard try and give John Keir's Vikings a 6-point lead. No mistake. And Widnes have a 6-0 lead that their early pressure deserves.
Yeah, I think it's really important now that the reaction from the Rams, don't let their heads go down, concede any more points straight off the back. It's important to get back to the basics of, controlling the ball. A couple of errors, defensively a penalty, and then the knockdown from Sykes has just led to the point. So it's really important now that they just have a real clean, aggressive set of 6 and make Widnes kick from deep inside their own territory.
Sykes just hangs one up, measures it right onto the goal line. And the Vikings, I'm sure, will be settled down by the 6-0 lead. Midway point of the first half, live on the Sportsman. Here's the try scorer. Fozzard slotting in again. Lawton running straight at his opposite number Garside. The 2 12s going at it as Fozzard goes back in field, and Walker makes a huge break. No one with him though. Great break for the big man. Last tackle. They want a swift one here. Fozzard wants to go right. That's where Owens is. Oh, it's knocked on a couple of times, picked up by Dewsbury. Referee all over that anyway. What a break.
What a break, and what footwork from the big man. He's been impressive so far, George, with his offloads, but it was his running game though. He just skips off his left foot. Shows a clean pair of heels.
His heart sank when he looked left and right and saw no one with him.
I think the fullback's heart sank as well when he realised it was just going to be like a bowling ball coming straight at him, and he did well, stood up to the task. But warning signs again for Dewsbury, split straight down the middle.
6-0. Here's the Widnes lead. And now it's Dewsbury's turn on halfway. Connor Davis on the last tackle. Sykes hanging back right side. And they go the other way off the left boot of Cal Turner. Really easy though, that.
Yeah, the chase just looks so laboured. I think the kick there, definitely, and I'm just looking down at the trainer, saying you've got to chase better than that. It's probably the difference, that little bit of extra energy. Now you see Widnes is back free, just get him up to the 40 straight away.
Well, that break by Ant Walker was his last involvement in this stint. Owen Farnworth on. Fozzard goes again. And he's off again from dummy half, gets the ball away into touch far side. Got a bit excited, Grady was there. He's not going to take that. That was skimming along the turf and into touch.
Well, I think this is the only danger for Widnes at the moment. They're overplaying when they're making half breaks a couple of times. Now we've seen off the back of the break of Walker in the previous set, they spilled the ball, and there Fozzard who went down and threw the ball. Grady couldn't pick it up, and they're giving another opportunity to Dewsbury, but they just need to find some energy now and attack as a team, rather than like we see now from Davis, who's just come up straight one-up carry.
Home side looking for a spark. Need to get the crowd back into the game. They got a bit quiet since that score. Reese Butterworth. Then on to Sykes. The more those two can link up, the better. And here we go with Connor Davis. into traffic, but what a field position, what an opportunity. Butterworth again, sensing something, going on his own. Grady's over to slam the door shut. Best chance of the game for the home side. Can the Rams raid the line? A big man's powering through, went low. And this is the last. Sykes yelling for it. His second receiver back to this right-hand side. It's not going to reach him. It's off the left boot of Turner into the in-goal area. Well taken. He might get trapped there, though. And he has. That's an excellent end to a really good set from Dewsbury.
That's much better, and that had, you know, everything in that set. The great attack and then the composure at the end, but the energy to chase the kick too. It's a great line we see on the replay. And you just showed that composure. The great kick, I think the option of Turner just to put it up. Joe Lyons does well, but he can't get out of his in goal.
Stay on. Yeah. Stay on. Yeah, you're good, sir. Good go now.
So the first back-to-back sets for the home side. And the restart, well, you can see how heavy the pitch is. It just dies off the first bounce, doesn't it?
Move, Cowan,
so a full set from here. Great opportunity for Dewsbury to mount some pressure on the Widnes line.
Move, Jack. Release Liam.
Butterworth. Straight into Turner, behind to Sykes, flat ball, dropped by Garside, and a glorious opportunity missed.
It's great defence. It's Joe Edge who comes in and he just bends. I think it's Matt Garside in half as the ball under pressure. I think the ball from Paul Sykes was much suited to go out the back. He's shaking his head now, Paul Sykes. He realises that was a great opportunity, only on the second play, to turn the ball over. It's a massive let-off.
There's a glorious smell of chips, salt and vinegar just wafting towards us.
Is that Kyle Amor?
And right on cue, Kyle Amor's coming on. Has he just put them down? Didn't expect to see him this early on. Speaking to Kyle Amor before the game, he said, I might not get on today. Here he is, 25 minutes in. Here we go.
I think that's probably a sign that they need some experience through the middle. They need a bit of grunt. As we see the Widnes player Ryan Ince picked up and drove back.
6 again.
Vozard. And Kyle Amor, his first involvement. Not that it was anything of his own doing.
Oh, you can't put that one on him. You can't put that
It's going to be a Dewsbury ball.
We'll aim some stick at him, but we can't have that one.
Wrong place, wrong time. Didn't play the ball properly.
It's another big opportunity now, George. They just need to show a little bit more composure than the previous set.
Here's the man who made that previous break, Davis. So Amor with some defensive work to do now. Sykes just pops one up to Garside. Great break. Thought about the offload, no one there. Good, quick play the ball. They're right in front of the sticks here, the Rams. Great chance to draw level. Butterworth. Sykes. Floated ball, far side and in. Beautiful ball. Lewis Carr driving over the line, and the home side are up and running.
Yeah, and I think that's the first time that Turner and Sykes have really combined. And it shows how threatening he is. When Sykes gets in a bit of space, he just lofted the ball over the top of Kieran Dixon. Kieran Dixon was posted in no man's land, and it was Carr who was the benefactor. We see here, he looks, and he goes over the top of Dixon. It's a great take by Lewis Carr, who scores a try. And they needed that. They needed that for the scoreboard, but they needed that for the confidence as well, because the last time they were down here, they didn't look threatening. On that occasion, they looked threatening and they scored some points.
And that's what it means. Great celebration. No shortage of belief within this Dewsbury camp. Undefeated so far this season, but they needed that in terms of this game.
You wouldn't back against Sykes from landing this with a left foot from the left side. He's a great kicker, one of the best definitely in the competition.
One of the best the British game's ever seen, I would say.
Yep.
in terms of longevity and percentage over that longevity. He's a few metres in from this near right-hand touchline. And Sykes with a chance to level the scores. The former Bradford Bull, the former London Bronco. And it's they who await the victors today. Sykes to level us up. Doesn't miss many, does he? Another beauty from the scraphook of Paul Sykes. And we got a game on the Sportsman, 6-6, with 11 minutes to go until the break.
Yeah, we mentioned the 41-year-old pre-game, that he still contributes. He can put that 6 points down all to him. He creates the try and then he kicks the goal. Massive contribution from the experience there of Paul Sykes.
And credit Dewsbury for not just hanging in there, for bouncing back. Callum Field, while we were watching that, has come off for a breather, former Featherstone Rover. And will Dewsbury's tails be up after that score? You would imagine so. 10 to go until the break. Having a good spell. Mini purple patch for the home side.
They look energised now off the back of that, George. They're just pushing in numbers. This is what we've been asking for all game, just to push in numbers, and the fans are really on the back of the referee now.
Last tackle. Here's Sykes. Just slices across the kick this time, but well measured into the corner. Another good take from Matt Fleming. And he's met by the chase just inside the 20.
Dewsbury will be happy with that, where they're starting. It's important that they don't give any penalties away now.
Well, that's absolutely the key, and that's what they've done so well so far.
Yeah, they've been clean, they've backed the chase up, and they've been aggressive, but more often than not, it's been on the right side of the law with the referee.
Kevin Brown with us on the Sportsman today, a former Widnes captain. There's Kyle Amor, off he goes. Not sure what that was. That was one of his swimming pool dives, Kyle.
Yeah, it was a good, that's a poor. We said about penalties, it's a set restart,
yeah,
George.
They've got 6 to go from here. This could hurt Dewsbury. Amor frustrated by that. He's hovering again right side. Here he is. Straightens up and runs at the Dewsbury line. Danger for Dewsbury. Fozzard running across the line and going again on his own. He's already gone over once. Penalty. I think he'd warned Dewsbury already that they weren't onside.
I think it shows the respect that Jack Owens and the
He's
team
going to kick here.
I'm going to take the 2.
Wow. That is respect, because they've been under the cosh the last 5-10 minutes.
I don't think Dewsbury would be too disappointed with that. I think it looked like they were going to concede a try there. I think the offside has just stopped that momentum, and Jack Owens is doing, what you'd expect him to do. He's put his team back in front, but I really do think there was a try coming there for Widnes.
So everyone gets a breather as Jack Owens gets ready to add another 2 to the scoreline. A few changes being made here.
He's been good too, Annie. Connor Davis made the break before for Dewsbury.
Yeah, off he comes for a breather, as Owens makes no mistake bang in front, and Widnes have their lead back, albeit a slender margin at 8 points to 6.
Yeah, and they're just composing themselves now for a big charge the last 7 minutes. I think Dewsbury are relatively happy, but they've just got to, when that purple patch comes again, just maintain it for a little bit longer. Just be squeaky clean. You said to me before the game, what do they have to do? And that was one of the areas that Liam Finn said that they need to be really clean when they've not got the ball.
Sykes looking for the corner again. He's gone very long. He's gone too long. And there's an uncharacteristic mistake from the left boot of Paul Sykes, who shakes his head, furious with himself.
It's crucial that they don't compound that mistake now into points. We've seen a few times that discipline has been the cost. Execution could cost them this time.
Just tried to steal a couple of extra metres, and he's been made to pay here. Out on the full, penalty Widnes, and a full set of 6 for Dewsbury to defend from here. As Owens just taps. Bent drives towards the post. Taking the 2 will look a good decision if they can back it up with a try. Owens, change of direction. Fossard. This is good from Widnes on the far side. Inching towards the post. Dewsbury now scrambling back. Fossard's going to go on his own again. Not this time. But this is danger. Owens. Amor. Shows a dummy towards the post. Fossard. Oh, and he flies out of the line again, Sykes, and it's another 6 to go. Last time he did that, Widnes scored. Grady with Fossard and Amor, who's been great since he came on. Setting his side up in front of the post with another set of 6. Fossard fancied it. No, he goes right with Owens and Grady. Scrambling defence. But the pressure building. With 5 minutes to go until the break. Owens again. Bent once more. Hits the ground in front of the sticks. Fossard. Widnes try scorer. Owens the danger man. Promoted to the far side. Grubber kick into touch. Would he rule a forward pass first? I think he has, and Dewsbury are going to get the ball here.
Yeah, you've got to say full credit to Dewsbury, showing that resilience and that character to keep Widnes out. It's just a bit of execution there that the fullback, Matt Fleming, just couldn't find the winger. And Ryan Ince tries to put a kick in and it just bounces off the shin. I thought Paul Sykes was hard done to previously. I think he went out.
It was a great shot, I thought. Yeah. When you're running in at that speed, you can't be playing at the ball.
And this is the reward.
And they get a penalty off it. And that will help Dewsbury just settle things down. 5 to go until the break. You're right, great game this it's turned into. This is coming up towards us, Kev.
That's a better kick.
Oh, it's gone way beyond us.
It's a great kick.
Can the Rams mount something before the break? 8-6 is no lead. The home side well in this. And another penalty back-to-back. Lawton with a murmuring of discontent in the referee's ear as well.
Thought it was a one-on-one, but there were 3 in the tackle. It's a big opportunity with 3.5 to go.
Sykes has made no mistake, hammering onto the roof of the stand. They've got a full set from 20 away, an opportunity for a first lead of the game here. The Betfred League One leaders. It's been a great response to falling behind. Butterworth gives the ball a bit of air, floats it to Callum Turner. He's been good, the 7. Butterworth has been everywhere. Sykes is on his right shoulder. He ignores him and gives it to one of the double replacements, Jackson Walker. Now Sykes will look interested. Here he comes, floating into the tackle. Almost an obstruction, so he kept hold of the ball, Sykes, and he'll be out of this play. Butterworth. A little dummy towards the post by Sam Day. Widnes standing firm here. Couple to go. Sykes lurking again behind the line. Last tackle. Running towards the post is Butterworth to score! Both hookers have caught the opposition defence cold. And Reese Butterworth gives Dewsbury a shot lead.
Wow, and the strength, he showed great deception. You know, it looked like it was going to come to this right-hand side to Paul Sykes, where they've had joy previously. but he showed the dummy and Liam Bent shot out the line. And he was just too strong. We see it on the replay. Bang, gets his head down. Then has the ability to get the ball down. I think Rhys Butterworth has been fantastic in this opening half. He's a terrific player. And in front of the sticks, already with a 2-point lead, you'd expect Paul Sykes to knock this over.
It's been a brilliant response, this, from Liam Finn's Dewsbury. Lesser teams might have crumbled, falling behind to championship opposition, but this has been a superb response, led by that man Paul Sykes, who's lining up a 2 right in front, just glancing down at an irate John Keir on the touchline. When John loses his temper, he loses his temper.
Never been on the end of one of John's
really
temper tantrums, no.
Not sure I believe you. Sykes to bolster the score by a further 2. Right into the car park he goes, through and through. And Dewsbury have a 4-point lead as we approach the half-time hooter. Kevin Brown.
Yeah, and in rugby league you get what you deserve, and the resilience they showed previously. Give Rhys Butterworth that opportunity. You know, he still had a lot to do when he got Liam Bent out the way and stretch over for the line. But the effort they put into defence, they were rewarded with a couple of penalties, and that ill discipline from both sides has been costly for points today.
Well, John Keir's got his notepad open, his biro out, he's scribbling some notes for his half-time team talk. Sykes diffuses the kick-off. And Dewsbury now will just want an error-free set and a good kick from Sykes, I'm sure. They'll be mightily pleased with the way the first half has gone the home side. The sun just dips behind the clouds. Beautiful day in West Yorkshire. Oh, the ball's come out, has it? Just about regathered. And then looking to win a penalty for his side. Referee says get on with it. Oh, and a bit of afters. Kyle Amore's in there. Oh, and it's all just getting a little bit silly. Wonder if Kyle's had a bad night's sleep.
I didn't see anything in that, George, and then all of a sudden, red rag to a bull. You know, the set restart, I think they pick him up. I think that's what they miff with. The tackle's fair for me, and then Kyle Amore drops on. I'm not really sure what was the problem. And
doesn't look a great deal in there.
Farnworth gets involved.
Maybe the Dewsbury guys were just saying, were you that Kyle Amore off the telly?
But this is another period now. If Dewsbury do get the penalty, you know, they'll have another shot before the hooter.
Well, the hooter operator, I say hooter operator, the guy holding the canister right behind you, Kev, has said 10 seconds. So you're going to get a blast in your ear in 10 seconds time. So the half-time's imminent. The referee's got a bit of admonishing to do prior to the half-time hooter, which is poised. John Keir's notebook has been closed. He's ready. The skippers are just getting the law handed down to them by Liam Rush. Everything's refereed really well so far. And here we go. It's been a brilliant first 40. I hope you're enjoying it at home. The hooter definitely works, by the way. And that will do us for the first half. And it's the home fans you can hear. This is proper rugby league. A bit sparky, a bit feisty. Bags of quality. And it's the underdogs with a half-time lead. 12-8. Dewsbury over Widnes. Kevin Brown.
Yeah, what a first half we've seen. It's ebbed and flowed. You'd probably say, no, Widnes were the better team for longer periods, but that resilience and then the ability, I think they look much more dangerous, Dewsbury, when they do get their opportunities. They've got threat all over the field. We've seen Butterworth through the middle. We've seen Turner on the left, and then we've seen, obviously, Paul Sykes on the right. And when they combine, they've looked really threatening. So they go in with a deserving lead, 12 points to 8.
A big first half performance from Liam Finn's Dewsbury Rams, the Betfred League One pace setters at the moment, and at the moment doing the business in the Betfred Challenge Cup. Half time, they lead 12-8. And these, Kevin Brown, the key moments from the first half.
Yeah, and a lot of the key moments were errors, and that first error led to this try from Fleming. He was just too smart. He shows the dummy, and Sykes takes that, can't make the tackle. And that's been a story by both hookers in this opening 40 minutes, George, where one's dived over short range, and then we see the combination of Turner and the lovely floated ball from Sykes to Carr, who scores the try. He had a bit to do there to catch the ball over his head, running at full pace. Kieran Dixon just caught out, lofted the ball over, and then that just set up a little bit of a frantic end to the half. And this was the try by the opposite hooker, Reece Butterworth, who just knocks Bent out the way. But then we see the strength and the desire and the execution to get the ball over on the line. You know, and I think you can see the Widnes are a little bit rattled. I think they expected this game to go a bit more one-sided than this. We spoke to Kyle Amer, he said he might not go on the field today, you know, if it goes to plan, but it's not gone to plan and they're behind on the scoreboard. I think John Keir will be stripping the paint off the walls now.
What will be the key things, knowing John and having watched that first half, what would be the key things that he's going to be trying to get across to his players that he won't have liked in that first 40? And when I say that, I don't want to take any credit away at all from Dewsbury, who've been excellent, but from Widnes' point of view, what's he going to...
It's got to be discipline. I think, you know, you can trace that last try back. There was 2 penalties in the previous sets, so you trace that right back, and John Keir will be going, look, your effort's good, your intention's good, but you've got to be better. 1, with the ball and not make as many errors, but 2, your discipline's got to be much better.
It's perfectly poised. A potential Challenge Cup upset on here. A long 40 minutes to play, though. But a great first half and a brilliant second half in prospects here at Dewsbury. Half-time, the Rams lead. It's Dewsbury 12, Widnes 8.
And a Super League season comes to its conclusion here tonight. It is 4 in a row.
Robinson is a moment for long. He's kicked it. A brilliant try.
You're watching the Sportsman Rugby League,
the home of Rugby League online.
Subscribe for exclusive live games from the Betfred Women's Super League and Challenge Cup.
I'm excited. I can confirm our first live game of the season on the Sportsman, and it is going to be York versus St Helens on Sunday the 16th of April. So the season starts live on Sky on Easter Sunday when Leeds play York, and then York are live on the Sportsman hosting St Helens the week after. And I'm delighted to be joined by the York captain, Sinead Peach. Sinead, thanks for joining us. Now, you've been co-captain, but you're now going solo next season.
I am, yeah. Katie's obviously retired. You know, she's been a massive part of the squad. Obviously, when I came in and I were appointed co-captain, you know, it was great to be, you know, part of the squad with her. And, you know, obviously she's hung her boots up. She's got other priorities now. So to be the captain of the squad, you know, take it with both hands. And I'm looking forward to the season ahead.
What does it mean to you to be the sole captain now then?
Oh, you know, it's massive. You know, I love rugby. You know, I've got massive passion for it. You know, so yeah, I absolutely love it. And the girls are great. Love York. So yeah, I'm honoured.
Tell us about the journey. So you signed from Castleford in 2021. You've joined York. Do you feel that at the beginning of something a bit special at York? I mean, obviously disappointment in the grand final, but you won the League Leaders' Shield.
Yeah,
do you feel the club's going in the right direction?
Oh, absolutely. You know, we're building year on year. You know, we've got more. We've obviously recruited this season again. You know, like I say, building year on year, and you know, it's exciting things that's happening each year. So hopefully we can do one better this year and lift some more silverware. And you know, last year were great lifting League Leaders, but you know, we know we can do better.
And you're getting great support from behind the scenes at York as well, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. You know, Clint is massive for the club. He comes down to, you know, a training session each week. He's greatly involved, and obviously the coaching staff there are brilliant. And yeah, it's all progressing, you know, fantastically.
What did it mean to win that League Leaders Shield?
Oh, you know, it was great, you know, to lift that cup with Katie and alongside all the squad. You know, it's what you set out to do, to be the most consistent team in the league for that full season. It's a great achievement.
And obviously disappointment in the grand final, but have you got over that disappointment?
Yeah, obviously it took a while to get over, you know, just falling short. You know, when you look back and you watch the tries back, it's just little corrections, some basics, you know, we kind of give them the game with the tries that they scored, you know, so we just fell short, but obviously it's took a lot for us to get over, but, you know, we'll dust us boots off, got back into pre-season, had a strong pre-season, so hopefully that opening game we can show them what we should have given last year.
And what can York do this year? Is the aim all three?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, every team sets out for the aim to lift all three, you know. We just want to play good rugby and hopefully on the back of that we can get some silverware.
Do you feel quite proud today as a captain of York and this launch here at this fabulous stadium, Headingley, and there's plenty of press here, plenty of interest. Do you feel quite proud?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, to see where the women's game's gone, you know, I started off playing for Featherstone and there were nothing like this, you know, for the women's game, for the launch, you know, you just probably took a few photos outside at pitch and posted them through to RFL for them to post. So to see where the women's game's gone and you know, have this social media backing and have some great sponsors backing, you know, it's great for the game.
And do you feel like you're role models? I mean, you know, there's a pathway now, isn't there, for young girls?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you'll go to certain places and you know, there's young girls that recognise you, there's women that recognise you. You know, they want photos with you. You know, they're obviously wanting to come watch you play. So it's great to be recognised. And yeah, you see yourself as a role model and that people look up to. And
what does it mean to kick off the season live on Sky?
Oh, you know, that's a dream, isn't it? It's a bit. I'm obviously from Leeds, so to play at a ground like Headingley, you know, it's massive. Being on Sky as well, it's just a great opener for the women's game, isn't it? It shows how far it's come. Well, good luck for the new season. Congratulations as well on being made a captain on your own for this season. So that was Sinead Peach. She's going to kick us off against Leeds here live on Sky, and then the Sunday after that, we'll see York versus St Helens live on the Sportsman.
And a Super League season comes to its conclusion here tonight. It is 4 in a row.
Yeah, another big year for the great sport of rugby league, all concluding at Old Trafford as usual. For these two sides, well, there's the dream, isn't there, of a road to Wembley for the Betfred Challenge Cup final. At the moment, we could not be more perfectly poised with the underdogs, Dewsbury Rams, holding sway just. They have a narrow 12 points to 8 lead over the Widnes Vikings, who are in their dressing room at the moment, hearing, I'm sure, some very stern words from their head coach, John Keir, who has masterminded a couple of famous moments in this great cup competition. He's going to need to just iron out a few discipline flaws, I think, second half. It's still very much game on, 12-8, a nothing lead, really, Kevin Brown, in rugby league, but certainly Dewsbury will come out for this second half with real hope.
Yeah, and they'll be hoping that they can start this second half with a try and, you know, put a couple of scores between. I think, you know, as well as the discipline for Widnes, I think John Keir will be looking to get his captain and a man who we spoke about before the game in Jack Owens onto the ball a little bit more, because so far it's not really been the occasion that we expected for Jack, where the positional change, we expected him to. No, you said to me before you expected a big game from Jack and he'd be too good for these, but at the minute he's just not had that freedom to play, and I think that's a massive tick in the box for Dewsbury when good players are looking like they've not got time. I think Paul Sykes a couple of times has shot out the line and put them under pressure, and yeah, it might not have come off for him all the time, but they'd look rattled a little bit with the ball, only scoring 8 points. You know, shows how good they've been without the ball. But I think if Dewsbury can keep doing what they're doing, maybe chase a few kicks a little bit harder, then they've got a massive chance in this game.
They've given themselves every opportunity as Kyle Amor leads Widnes back into battle. Off the bench pretty early, Kyle Amor today. And that was a sign, really, that, as you said, Kev, that John Keir wanted his experienced troops out there just to settle things down. And he's made a good impact, Kyle, since he's come on. But Dewsbury, since falling behind, lest we forget as well, have really responded well.
Yeah, that man on the pitch there, Kyle Amor, went on. You could sort of feel the game was just starting to turn in Dewsbury's favour. Now they come out with their tails up. You can hear the crowd really getting behind them. And well, this is going to be a difficult afternoon for Widnes, with the sun in the face now.
And that's been the key, hasn't it, the home side, keeping the crowd involved. Because there was a period where Widnes were ahead and on top that they kind of lost the crowd a bit, but they're back behind them now.
Yeah, I think a player that's, you know, he's actually on the bench now, Rhys Butterworth. I think they'll be looking at getting him back out as soon as possible. Sam Day did a great stint at the end, but Rhys Butterworth, for me, has been the best player on the field so far.
It's a hefty restart, straight into touch. Worst possible start to the second half, as John Keir, having just made his way out of the tunnel, almost turns around and goes back.
Yeah, and that won't have been the call. They won't have been saying make some errors straight away. That I think we're underestimating how strong this wind is. A couple of set times we've seen that from Matt Fleming and the experienced Paul Sykes.
So Sykes, his first touch of the game is a penalty into touch. And what an opportunity. Dewsbury emerged for the second half thinking they're going to have a tough set of 6 drives camped in their own 20. Here they are attacking the Vikings line, leading by 4. There is Butterworth, the aforementioned. Glancing to his left side, finding Callum Turner. Into the line comes Elliot Morris.
I think they've moved Day into loose forward now, so they've got 3 genuine ball players on the field.
Butterworth again. Sykes lurking. Good sliding defence from the Vikings, as they defend their line right at the start of this second half. That was Garside having a go. This is the last. Oh, lovely flat ball. If he'd taken it, he's in. And Widnes get away with it there and bring it out.
Well, that was as close as you can get to scoring a try. The pass from Butterworth, who we mentioned wasn't playing at 9. He actually is playing at 9, and it was Day who's come on the field and he's playing at loose forward. He just run a great line. Just couldn't catch the ball and go under the sticks. Massive warning shot from Dewsbury Rams against Widnes there.
It was a turn and spin. If the ball sticks, that's a 6-pointer onto the sticks. Instead, here are Widnes with Amor. Super League Grand Final winner, dumped on his back. Have some of that. Gets up, plays the ball, no messing. Fozzard, try scorer in the white skull cap for the Vikings. Looking to ignite a response. Owens, Grady on the angle. This is better from John Keir's side. Last tackle. Oh, it's not the last. They've got 6 more. And this could really hurt Dewsbury as Owens straightens up towards the post. 6 to go on the last is a coach killer. And they're millimetres short. This to draw Widnes level. It's a loose one now, but it could work. The big man's through the gap, shows a dummy and scores. And that is the danger of Adam Lawton. Clean pickup. A dummy and a try, and Widnes a level.
Well, at 6'7", he's a proven try scorer, and it shows there why. He's got so much skill and time on the ball. But you can trace it back to the 6 again penalty on the 5th tackle. Dewsbury being their own worst enemy, and then the ball from Lyons to the big Adam Lawton. He shows the dummy, and at that size and so close to the line with that much time and space, he's going to score the try. It's a great start from Widnes.
And the relief in that celebration tells you everything for Widnes, who draw level 12-12, 4 minutes into the second half.
I think off the back of that as well, George, is an injury for Dewsbury. Owen Restall has been on the floor. The physio's with him. I'm not sure he's going to be able to continue.
And that would be a blow for the in-form Owen Restall. Hat-trick at Rochdale last Sunday. And he is not able to continue. He's limping back behind the post here as Owens prepares his third kick at goal of the afternoon. 2 from 2 so far. A conversion and a penalty. And there goes Restall. Owens has given that an almighty whack, but he's missed it. And so we're locked level at 12-12. And this now will be all about the Dewsbury response.
Yeah, and we'll see who they put to full-back. Restall, there's going to be a big shift. And they've got a lot of forwards on the bench of Dewsbury. So Liam Finn will be having a look at shuffling things round, whether that's Callum Turner to move or Paul Sykes. He has played a number of games in his career at full-back.
And the applause as the stricken Dewsbury fullback makes his way along the touchline in front of the main stand. And we hope for him that's not too serious. Oh, it's an awful kick to take. Sykes has come up with a beauty.
Well, that was like a bag of water straight off the foot. He didn't look comfortable there. I think he's injured himself when he dove down as well. He's grabbing his groin too.
Well, that was one of them he just didn't want to go for.
Yeah, it was an unorthodox technique, that one. We've seen this position previously in the first half of Widnes, how hard it is, and you just see the numbers lining up. Sykes, I think the number 26, number 20, is it Littlewood, at the back of the scrum.
Oh, Widnes push into the scrum. Sykes flying out of the line is Ryan Ince. Great chance for the Rams to hit right back here. Morris. Butterworth buzzing behind the ruck. Here he is, the Dewsbury 9. Will he go on his own again? No, he flings it back. It was a juggle take by Callum Turner. Widnes swarm all over him. It's Butterworth again. The crowd are getting a bit restless. Change of direction. Brilliant dummy run. Wonderful try. Ollie Greensmith. The brains were from Butterworth. The finish was Greensmith, and Dewsbury are back in front.
Well, Rhys Butterworth, we mentioned him, you know, at the start of this half, and I do think he's been the best player on the field. His deception round the ruck, he scored 1 try already, but the deception on this one, he shows it to the open side of the field, and he comes back, and it looks like he's going to play a flat line ball, but then he twists his body and plays the ball out the back to Ollie Greensmith. When we see Greensmith comes off his left foot, and he's just too strong. You know, the cover tackle can't make the ground up. They're not big enough to stop the huge frame of Greensmith. He puts his side back in front.
That's a fantastic try, Kev. That's a brilliant rugby league try.
Well, that's what Liam Finn said, that they'd have to throw stuff that, you know, will confuse this defence. And it definitely did that, George.
What a response. Exactly as we called it. How will Dewsbury respond to conceding the first try of the second half? An emphatic answer. Aaron Brown is coming on for the Vikings, wearing 22. As Sykes prepares another kick at goal. 2 from 2 so far from the 41-year-old Paul Sykes. He's giving middle-aged men everywhere hope.
He's an exception, George.
Yeah, he's fantastic, is Sykes, and I'm sure he won't miss this one. No mistake. 18-12, as you were. In fact, they've extended their lead by 2, haven't they?
Yeah, and they're doing it tough as well, obviously losing the fullback, Rhett Stall, and without Dale Ferguson today, who's one of the best forwards in this competition. You know, so they are doing it. But you see, it's togetherness, that the collective group are really playing well, putting this good Widnes side under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Dale Ferguson, Scotland captain. Some riches off the field today. So this seesaw Betfred Challenge Cup tie takes another turn, another twist. And now it's on Widnes to respond. 18-12, a shade over half an hour to play. Live and exclusive on the Sportsman. And no way out this time for Dewsbury. Some frustration in this defensive set from Widnes, you sense.
What they give for a penalty.
I think they're trying to buy one as well at the moment. Nice little run from the rock, though. Oh, that's done them a world of good over halfway. How about that?
Yeah, it's like they're playing with two hookers at the minute. Day and Butterworth both going at the back of the ruck.
That was excellent from Sam Day. Did Lawton go in late on the kicker? No, referee's happy. I think some fans near us were trying to convince the officials it should have been a bit more.
We was expecting a bit more from Widnes, and they've constricted in their attack today. Just see there's so many numbers around the ball, and whether that is the size of the field, they've chosen a different approach. But when I've seen them previous this year, they've thrown the ball around, and at some stage I think they're going to have to go back to that tactic.
That was Sam Wild, wearing 11, playing in the centres, and Kyle Amor slipping into the tackle. Last tackle too. Owens just dinks one up and asks for Ryan Ince to chase it down. He does. But Dewsbury keep their eyes on the ball. Was it Whiteley in the corner diffusing?
Well, I think this is Whiteley carrying the ball now.
It was, beg your pardon. Excellent take.
So big, Dewsbury. The back three. Well, this is a try scorer.
Yeah, the outside edges are huge, aren't they, for the Rams?
Big Greensmith.
And that helps when you're carrying up the middle too, under pressure.
It's helping the forwards out. It's just giving them a bit of a breather. This is a better set from Dewsbury.
Last tackle though. They'll be looking, I'm sure. I was going to say for Sykes, it's the left boot of Callum Turner. That's gone short. So Widnes will have a decent starting point here. Good line speed though from the home side.
Yeah, they've only made a metre off that one. Sam Wild put on his back, still in this touchline. It looks like there's a bit of fatigue setting in now for the Widnes forwards. Just having a breather, leaving it up to the outside backs for the first three tackles.
Fozzard at dummy half scored the first try of the game. Aaron Brown off the bench wearing 22. And here's the big guy, the danger man really, when the ball's in Lawton's hands. Dixon with pace to burn, the twinkle toes. Last tackle 20 away. Glancing field from Fozzard. Finds his man off the outside of the left boot. Brilliant kick. Well fielded though. Kept in the field of play by Callum Turner.
Yeah, and we got a glimpse there of Widnes' attack. Adam Lawton got the ball, and then Kieran Dixon off the bat. They just look so good on the front foot. It's imperative now that Dewsbury just, maintain this field position and just get out their own half with a better kick than previously.
Yeah, there was a really nice balance to that Widnes set, wasn't there, with the big man, the little man, the dancing feet, and the kick and chase. Much more like it from the championship side. 4 wins, 3 defeats for John Keir's side. Well, Dewsbury have come up with an error there. You could hear the oohs and ahs and groans. The home fans didn't want to see a pass like that.
Yeah, that's a brain explosion from Matt Garside. He goes down the short side, and the winger, Lewis Carr, just wasn't expecting it. And this is a huge opportunity now for Widnes to pour some pressure and points. If Dewsbury are going to win this game, it's going to be errors like that they need to cut out.
Yeah, that's a gift of a set of 6. 40 out for Widnes. Can they now turn the screw? Fozzard from the base of the scrub. That's a good first effort. Oh, and onto it with interest. Great momentum from Lawton. Fozzard. Owens. And then Grady. Good link up.
Great defense.
Excellent hunger in defence. Fozzard coming right. Thin side play. Jack Owens barking instructions, wearing one in the halves today. And he's hanging back, first receiver left side. Found by Fozzard in front of the sticks. Fires one into Brown, and Amor stumps on his back again. Last tackle. Aaron Brown delays the ball. Dewsbury look like they've got numbers here. They've defended this set expertly. And that will be the turnover.
And I think if Dewsbury do get the win today, you can trace it back to the try line defence. Not only then, but previously in the first half, the number of times that they've kept Widnes out. That's a terrific shot on Kyle Amor from Paul Sykes. Two veterans of the game.
John Keir pacing in front of the away bench on this near touchline.
Didn't look as relaxed then when he was on screen as he was at the start of the game.
Dewsbury just freshening things up, and I think Widnes are waiting for a double change of their own. I can see the big man Ant Walker and Cal Field ready for their reintroduction. Where's Sykes going this time? He's got a bit of time to think about it. But can't find the ground. And Widnes now will start inside, just inside their 40. 25 to go. Brilliant Betfred Challenge Cup contest this, live and exclusive on the Sportsman. Widnes make that double change. Kyle Amor comes off. Excellent stint from Kyle.
Anthony Walker being put back into the fold. He was very, very dangerous in this first part of the contest when he made the break, and he made a lot of offloads.
Last tackle. Lawton running into the line, offloading. That's going to be 6 to go, is it? Certainly, yes, it is. It hit a Dewsbury hand. Home fans won't like it, but it was plain to see. Dixon scampering towards the post. This is danger. Just that Dewsbury hand has given this opportunity. Fozzard, short ball. Can they power over from there? Not quite. That was Ant Walker's first reintroduction touch. Fozzard flings it back. Owens with a short ball to Grady, who's well shackled. Fleming. Owens. The goal line defence has been superb. Offloads on the line. It's the big man again, no way through. Desperate stuff from Dewsbury. Fozzard, can he hit Grady on the charge? He can, but he's held up, and has he lost the ball as well? Oh, it's a penalty is the decision. Big call.
It's a big call. He looked like he was over the line trying to score the try, and you know the rules are if it's in the act of scoring the try, that is allowed.
Well, Butterworth came away with the ball. The referee said that's not on. And you can hear what the home fans make of that.
I think that's a tough call.
And it invites more pressure. Another set of 6 from here. Dewsbury have defended their line brilliantly, but for how long? The pressure building now. Fozzard flings it to Owens. That combination working well. Great sliding defence again. No way through for Fleming. He's just burnt a tackle there. And Grady will have to come into dummy half. He's held up over the line, in fact.
Jackson, don't slow the play down. Tackle free, mate. The play the ball's here. You've been called a line.
Approaching the midway point of this second half. 18-12. The underdogs lead. Owens gives it to Ant Walker. Fozzard a try scorer first half. Owens can make things happen, delays the ball, but he's wrapped up again, is Matt Fleming. And this is the last. Have Dewsbury defended another set on their line? Owens will kick towards the post. Great weight of kick. Could be anyone's this. It's gone all the way through. And no touch on it, says the referee. And they have defended another. And here come Dewsbury. What a game.
What a game, and what transition there from Luke Littlewood. Taps the ball and makes 20 metres. But these two on this edge, Greensmith and Whitley, defensively, been outstanding today.
How about the three Dewsbury defenders just praying and letting that one go? Absolute balls of steel. Wow. Key moments in this game. It's a 6-point lead. But they've defended their line so well, set after set now. And an opportunity in Widnes territory. Greensmith, the latest try scorer, and through the middle they go. Butterworth to the post, gets the hand off and goes to score. Butterworth with a game breaker perhaps. Wonderful break, and Butterworth was there just hoping for the offload.
Well, Jimmy Beckett made the break.
Beckett made the break.
It was from Callum Turner's pass. He just schemed across the line. And I just think you're getting to see now a team that is used to playing at home. They want to go through this team at Widnes. And Callum Turner just schemes across. He looks like there's nothing on, and then Beckett hits the hard line and just finds the feet on Ant Walker. And he stays patient. And Butterworth, who's already scored one try, he's set one up, and he's been instrumental in this game. Scores a try to put the underdogs 2 scores ahead with a kick to come. 22 points to 12. What a resilient bunch this Dewsbury Rams team are. From defending the line, the transition into attack to get the points.
What a try. Brilliant break from Beckett. I thought it initially was Butterworth with a break, and then I saw him herring in support. I thought, that's big Jimmy Beckett. He just had to get the offload away, and he did that well. I wondered whether he was going to be caught with the ball and all.
Well, the execution was terrific, and the composure too. He didn't play too early. You know, he put the footwork on the fullback, Matt Fleming, and tied him up, and then found the pass to Rhys Butterworth. Terrific bit of play.
This for a 12-point Dewsbury lead. Widnes are in trouble here. Sykes has kicked 3 from 3. Here comes the veteran to kick 4 from 4 and nudge Dewsbury into a 12-point lead, 24-12 at the midway point of an absorbing second half.
Yeah, and if Dewsbury can keep defending the way they've done, they don't have to chase any more points. They can just be nice and composed, play low risk, put the kicks into the corners and back that great defence. Because as we've seen, it's so difficult to go around their opposition today. The shoulder to shoulder, back the wall of defence again, and contain this Widnes side to go through to the cup.
Well, Widnes now need to find a response. Dewsbury have been terrific, set after set, defending their own line. And then the break from Beckett and Butterworth. And the hooker going over for his second of the match.
Now it's them who look like they're on the front foot. They just don't look like they can be stopped in the middle of the field.
Sam Day. Butterworth again.
He's been terrific today.
And then a high hanging kick from Callum Turner. Where's this going? It's back in field. Oh, he couldn't take it. Tapped into Greensmith, but it was right at him. There's still bags of time for Widnes here, but the initiative and the momentum is with the home side.
Yeah, and they're going one out again, and you know, they come exactly to the same spot where they played the ball. I think they need to start putting some air on this ball, moving it around, getting their half-backs and the full-backs combining. Playing with a bit more shape, George.
There's Ant Walker. Fozzard. Just gave themselves up there. There was a couple of dummy runners in the way, so they'll start again here, Widnes, needing a response pretty soon. 17 to go. Last tackle. Owens. Just readjusted at the last moment. He's done well.
Yeah, he's been good. Luke Littlejohn since he's gone on.
A good defensive set from Widnes here could really help them out. Dewsbury trapped at the moment.
Sideline again. Let's go.
Oh, it is an excellent defensive set from John Keir's men.
They're going to rely on Paul Sykes' left boot to get him out of this.
I think he's winding it up already. Because this is going to be the last, is it?
It's not an ideal position for a left-footed kicker.
He's going to be kicking from 20. He's not even in the play at the moment, so the hooker drills it downfield into the sunshine, and Dixon sets off upfield. Great energy still from Liam Finn's Dewsbury. Fozzard. And Walker. Field lurking right side. They go left this time. Lawton took it on the charge. Yells for a forward pass again. Widnes still they come. Great defence again as Aaron Brown set off. Can they force a repeat set in the left corner? Not this time. Dewsbury have defended it again.
Yeah, Lewis Carr coming up with the ball. Nice little kick from Joe Lyons. But again, they're asking Dewsbury to get out their own end, pending the corner.
It's been an excellent performance, this, from the League One side. Undefeated Dewsbury. Can they see the game out? Is there a sting in the tail? Quarter of an hour to go. Chucking the ball about in the middle of the field. Still they come with Greensmith, try scorer this afternoon. Last tackle this. Turner. Oh, he's taken a difficult one really well, Fleming.
Yeah, it's another poor kick though.
Dixon.
This wave of pressure is going to tell if they keep, you know, back in the defence, Widnes, and making their opponents kick from the 20 and 30. Well, this is the third set now, the good ball set that started just before the halfway line.
Walker again. Oh, he wants an offload, no one with him. Fozzard with Brown. Owens joins in, pops it up to Grady and says, have a go. Great opportunity. It's not quite now or never, but could Widnes go over now? Towards the post. It's Brown with the dancing toes. It's going to be held up. Right against the post. Fozzard strings it back. No way through for Fleming, will offload, does well. Flying out of the line again, Dewsbury, a little grubber kick throw. Wow. What a take on the ground. I'll have some of that.
Paul Sykes, brilliant player. Like a goalkeeper.
An already committed goalkeeper. He's done brilliantly there.
But Widnes are just trying to go around. See the replay again. What a pick-up that is. But Widnes are just trying to go around this Dewsbury side, and the field's just not... It's not suited for that kind of play. They've just got to, you know, find some space through the middle of the field, use shape, numbers in waves, try and use shape to get the position through the middle of the field, because the balls on the outside just aren't working at the minute.
Looking to force a turnover here, Widnes. Dewsbury looking at error-free rugby league from here on in.
Rams interchange leaving the field, number 14, Sam Day, with players down at 11, Connor Davis.
Sam Day's had a great stint. Connor Davis back on. This is the last tackle. Sykes, they're going to run it. Sykes gives it to Greensmith and offloads. Now then, kick around the back. He's blocked off. I'm not sure that was the option. Dixon hacks into touch anyway. Surely he could have just taken him on.
He's 18 stone of pure pace and power, and it's a great kick, to be fair. He comes up with a good kick, but great camera angle shows Kieran Dixon kicking the ball away. But Perry Whiteley, surely as a winger, you want to run at him and back yourself.
Yeah, I thought he was in. Run at him, flatten him.
They'll be happy with that.
Oh, it's a short drop out. It's gone the distance, but who is going to reclaim? It's Dewsbury.
I think Paul Sykes will be looking for a 1 point now.
There are already 2 converted tries ahead, Dewsbury. Any further addition to the score, I beg your pardon, that might do it.
The message just gone on to Paul Sykes. I'm sure they're saying set up for a drop goal. It's just in the pocket now, George.
He is right behind Callum Turner. It's Turner running instead of the line, towards the line, offloads. Oh, why?
Penalty.
Oh, penalty, though, will do it. And that will be 2. They run it like, could be worse, actually. It could be a sin bin. It is a sin binning.
Well, should that not be a penalty try? If you sin bin him and took him off the ball. And we see Turner going through, he gets his arm free. And Lyons
tackled without the ball. I thought they'd force something unnecessarily. I'll take that back. Why not have a go? Brown. I think that was the replacement, wasn't it, just before?
Yeah, Joe Lyons just trudging off behind him. He's sent to the sin bin, there he is.
Yeah, Joe Lyons, the man. Desperation in defence. And this is a huge moment in the game.
It's almost as good as a try, the 2 points now, if Paul Sykes...
The remainder of the game, they're going to have a man superior, and this is going to move it to 3 scores ahead. This is a big moment for Dewsbury. They'll believe now they're going to complete a big, big victory here.
There's a fair bit of panic now and desperation on the faces of the coaching staff and the physios down in the Widnes bench. Some battered bodies today, George.
Some very, very sore bodies. It's been an excellent performance from the home side, and Paul Sykes has this right in front to put his side 14 points clear of Widnes with an extra man for the remainder of the game, and Sykes makes no mistake, and Dewsbury are in pole position.
Yeah, you'd expect Widnes. They had the short kick-off previously, or the dropout. You'd expect him to go short off this one. They need the ball back. He's setting the ball up like he's going to put it up high.
And interestingly, Shane Grady, one of their main attacking weapons, is off now.
That's not short enough.
Wow, that was a nothing mid-range restart. Well, Widnes, if they're going to pull this out of the bag, it's going to take something Herculean.
Yeah, you just can't see it at the minute, though, the defence and the aptitude from this Dewsbury Rams side, and they're not stopping playing either. Big Beckett coming down the left-hand side of the field now.
A couple of minutes to think about your Betfred player of the match, Kevin Brown, as well. Dewsbury, I don't think they're done yet, you know.
Well, they look like they're enjoying this now, don't they? They don't look like they're hanging on.
Why wouldn't they? Butterworth on a hat-trick. So last, back they go to Callum Turner. Puts it into the sunshine. Great chase as well. Good take. Matt Fleming.
O'Connor straight on the back of him. That's a lovely kick and chase.
Oh dear, oh dear. Well, when it's not your day, that's the kind of thing that happens in front of the post.
It's almost party mode now for the Dewsbury fans and players. Like you said, George, I wouldn't bet against them scoring again. I don't think they're done here. I think they're going to have some fun. Paul Sykes looks like he's really enjoying this now. He's lined up behind the scrum. He's going to pick a side. We're already down a man. The two defenders on that left-hand side.
What a performance this has been from Liam Finn's Dewsbury Rams, unbeaten so far this season. It was going to take a huge performance to extend that unbeaten run against John Keir's Widnes Vikings. But they're doing it. And Sykes once more. At pace into Ollie Greensmith. They're knocking at the door again, the Rams. Is there a party piece? It's Beckett who made the great break for the game-breaking Butterworth score. Here is Butterworth. Back to Turner. Sykes promotes. Dixon with a great read. Butterworth. Turner. Straight to the post. There's a drop goal here if they want it. I think they want more. He wants a hat-trick, I think.
It's the same play with a little variation on the end of it.
Held up millimetres short of the line. Turner's going to be the dummy half. It's the last one this for Dewsbury. Sykes. Will he get 6 more? They will on the last tackle. 6 to go for Dewsbury. Whiteley picks it up. There is the chance to put a cherry on this cake. Butterworth. Big contact on Ronan Dixon. Butterworth. Turner. Sykes. Those three have combined so well. Good sliding defence from Widnes. Quick play though. Back towards the post come Dewsbury. Well, Butterworth go on his own again. Reads the pass brilliantly. And that will clinch it.
Ronan Dixon with a
wonderful ball to Ronan Dixon, and the celebrations can start.
It's like an Alan Shearer celebration. And he deserves that, Ronan Dixon. He's played strong today. He got whacked previously in that set. But it's the man again from the dummy half. Reese Butterworth picks the ball up. Lovely little double pump there with the ball up. Just finds a gap for Butterworth. And again, just that style of play where they're going through this Widnes side. And they're looking shot, Widnes. They don't know how to handle this steamrolling side who have found a habit of winning games. And you can see why, George, with the skill and the balance and the threat across the field.
Well, they've looked so dangerous. Close to the post. That was a brilliant read. Great execution, wonderful finish, and fantastic celebrations. What an afternoon for Dewsbury.
Not hanging on now. 30 points to 12. This is a big result.
We'll take your Betfred player of the match after Paul Sykes lines up. Another shot at goal. They're already high-fiving down on the touchline. It's a trip to London in round 5, and then the big boys come in after that. Here's Sykes to add on another. 32-12. Dewsbury are going to win this one. And who, Kevin Brown, is the Betfred player of the match?
Well, there's some mentions who have stood out for me in Ollie Greensmith and Perry Whiteley on this left edge. I think the old stage of Paul Sykes has been fantastic, but the man who scored a couple of tries, he's created a couple, he's been a threat all day. Reese Butterworth, the number 9 for Dewsbury Rams, is my Betfred player of the match, George.
The home side hooker, who's had a fantastic game. 2-try Reese Butterworth. Here's the Betfred player of the match. Do stay with us for immediate post-match reaction down there on the field. Because Dewsbury are going to win this one. And boy, they've deserved it. Excellent performance from the League One leaders. And ultimately an afternoon to forget for Widnes, who took the lead here. Seems a long time ago.
The 1895 Cup now out of grabs for Widnes too.
And a penalty against the Vikings. It goes from bad to worse. Only 12 of them out there, remember, after the sin binning. Sykes slices one onto the roof.
He's been immense today, Ollie Greensmith. Carried so much ball, like an extra forward.
Beckett.
Move Collins, stand square, hold.
Butterworth. And then Turner. Sykes holding back and then feeding the line as Matt Garside takes it on. They want another here. Sykes from acting half, and then Connor Davis. Some tired legs now, back on the line from the Vikings. Change of direction from Butterworth. Garside almost through, throws it out the back door. They'll come again towards the post. Great couple of steps, needs another offload, gets one. This is excellent rugby league. It's the last tackle. They want a quick play left side. They're stacking up here. Oh, he just back into trouble, and that is an opportunity to seal the game that Dewsbury will know. Just couldn't get the ball away in time. They were queuing up left corner.
Wait, okay.
The clock winding down now. Yeah, we'll let them off. It's been an excellent performance from Liam Finn's side. And they're still showing real hunger in the tackle too. Walker.
Move now. Back. Hold. Go to.
Dixon.
Oh, good shot.
Oh, he got his position early and executed the tackle terrifically. Great technique from Connor Davis. Fozzard and then Owens. Closing moments of an excellent victory for Dewsbury, who don't, I think, want this game to end. Widnes last tackle, deep inside their own 40. Owens here. Charge down will be 6 to go. Final play. Widnes chucking the ball around. It's gone to ground. Dixon. Referee says it's been knocked on and draws an end to the game. What a win this is. Dewsbury of Betfred League One have toppled the mighty Widnes Vikings, 7 times Challenge Cup winners. But their journey this year is over, and it's the Rams who march on. And a wholly deserved victory, Kevin Brown.
Yeah, and there's a fair bit of shock around the Widnes bench. The players are walking off the bench now, and we spoke to players before who said they would only come on if it was a tricky game. And I think when you go into a contest with that sort of mindset, sometimes it can catch you. And I think Dewsbury have really fancied this today. They've been dominant in their league. Liam Finn said he wanted to see where his team were at, a good test. You know, and it was a real good contest for 60 minutes or so, but then Dewsbury just came home with a wet sail and were terrific for the win. I think Reece Butterworth, Paul Sykes terrific in the attack, but defensively, to a man across the board. They've really worked hard today and thoroughly deserved that win.
Yes, they've shown this afternoon why they're setting the pace in Betfred League One. A lot to digest for John Keir. There's Kyle Amor. The two veterans, Amor and Sykes, comparing notes. Sykes was excellent again.
Nearly 80 years of experience between them.
And these are great scenes for the fans who've turned out this afternoon to witness another excellent performance. Well, let's have a look at some of the key moments of an afternoon that started so well for Widnes, Kevin Brown.
Yeah, and it was almost too easy at the beginning. We saw Fleming score, but then, this was the first try. Great bit of play by Sykes, lofted over the top. For Lewis Carr's first try, took that well and scored. And just the togetherness, and then the next try was off Butterworth, who just showed too much strength. That was his first of his 2 tries today. The energy that they showed when they scored tries, they just defended so well. This was Adam Lawton, who just had a bit too much, and at this point we thought, Widnes were going to come back and it was going to go one-sided, but it wasn't to be. This was a terrific little bit of play straight off the training ground for Greensmith, who scores a try to put his side up, and then it would Turner who find the big front rower, Jamie Beckett, and then the supporting player, the player of the match, Rhys Butterworth, crowning a fine game, and the celebrations to boot. The best tackle of the game there on Butterworth. And then to crown the win, the big man himself, Ronan Dixon, scores a try and sets off like Alan Shearer, running behind the post.
Fantastic scenes. And a hugely impressive victory for Liam Finn's Dewsbury Rams. We can get some post-match reaction straight away down on the touchline with our man Paul Kidd.
John, obviously today can only be described for yourself as a very frustrating day. What are your thoughts at this moment in time?
Well, I thought it was a disaster, to tell you the truth. I think we haven't respected the opposition. We thought we could turn up here and just win. And once the opposition got a sniff of victory, they were just better than us. I thought they were physically tougher than us. I thought they played better football than us. We looked clueless on their line when we had opportunities, and we were soft on our line. So there's a great deal for us to work upon.
You say to a degree, John, that you sort of lack respect for this Dewsbury camp, but obviously in the first half at 6 apiece you took the 2 and showed them plenty of respect there. It just looked as though the sort of ball control following on from that went downhill from there.
It did, yes. I mean, I think our ball control the first half was 13 out of 20 and Dewsbury's 18 out of 19. Well, you're just going to drain your energy if that's the case, and we haven't played smart. We haven't been committed as well as we should have been. So it's been a pretty awful day at the office.
John, thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll bring in Rhys Butterworth now, the player of the match. Rhys, many congratulations on that performance. You must be feeling real good right now.
Yeah, you know what, we've grinded really hard in that first half, and we were defended for like first 20-25 minutes on his own line, and it took a while, but we knew against Widnes, like a top 4 championship team, that if we stay in the grind here, go set for set, that will come out the other end.
You talk about staying in the grind there, Rhys, and like I say, you put in a player of the match performance, a couple of tries off the back of a real strong forward pack. Just what is it like playing behind that pack?
Listen, mate, it's outstanding the way we've recruited this year. Like, yeah, we are in League One, but we've got a top-end championship team here. We've got outstanding middles that me and Sam Day can play off the back of. We've got Sykes who experience, Turner in halves, and we've got outside backs who are outstanding. So, like, we turn up every night on training and we graft hard and we take it into the games on a Sunday.
You speak there about being a League One side. Obviously, you've got Hunslet at home coming up next week, a big game in the league, but you can take plenty of confidence, not just from your opening 3 or 4 games where you're undefeated in League One, but obviously today will give you plenty of confidence going forward.
Yeah. We know the team that will enjoy today. Like, we've come here and we've won. Like, so when it comes to Hunslet, we'll enjoy tonight, and then but now his focus come Tuesday night at training is against Hunslet on Friday.
Rhys, thanks for joining us and enjoy the night tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
First of all, Liam, you must be absolutely delighted to have got that win under your belt.
Yeah, massive. Yeah. I'm just happy for the lads. They've put a hell of a lot of hard work in over pre-season, and obviously started the season at our level pretty well. And obviously they were a big step up for us today, and we wanted to compete, and we did that.
We just interviewed Rhys Butterworth there, who's put in a sterling performance at hooker, scored a couple of tries. But when you've got players the calibre of Paul Sykes and Callum Turner controlling the game for you behind a fantastic pack today, just what can you say about those 3 players? Yeah,
they're all doing a really good job at the minute, and I think part of your question was playing behind that pack. Every half back thanks the pack when they're playing well, and Callum Turner were Player of the Month for our level last month, and rightly so. But when your half-back gets Player of the Month, generally it's down to your pack and your outside backs getting them on the front foot. And that they've been doing that regularly. I think today we're a bit tougher. First half especially, we were on the back foot for a long period and we had to hang in there. And we spoke about it before the game, about hanging in the battle and knowing that the tempo was going to be a lot faster today. And it were going to spook us a little bit because we're not used to that. And the mentality to try and hold Widnes out in that first period was massive. And we got a couple of bounces of the ball, but when you turn up for each other, you get that.
You talk about being sort of in the battle there and in the arm wrestle, but overall, for that 80 minutes, you showed a great deal of patience there, and as though you're waiting for that opportunity and playing off the back of the Widnes errors.
Yeah, we've been learning to be a bit more patient and not chase space too much. Which again, I keep going on about it, but at our level, space is there against a lot of teams very early on in the game, and if you chase it too early, you end up forcing the pass, making errors, and putting yourself on the back foot. So we've had to learn that through experience in League One, and that paid dividends for us today. We just hung in there, started to get on the front foot a little bit, and then we did manage to take our opportunities when they came.
Liam, as I said, you've put in another fine performance today. You've put yourself in with a great chance now, a trip to the capital against the London Broncos in the next round. Not only just progressing in the next round of the Challenge Cup, but a great chance to obviously progress in the 1895 Cup. Just what does that mean for you?
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, it is a big opportunity for us as a club. But the most important part about this game today and the game now that we've got against London Broncos is being exposed to this sort of level, so that we stay ahead of the game at our level, which is a massive thing for us. We make no bones about it. Friday's a far more important game for us than this game was today. But the importance of this game for getting us up tempo and playing at a championship speed was the key part of it. And now we get another chance against London. The byproduct of that is we might have a little bit more of a cup run, and we have a bit of fun and a bit of pressure-free rugby against a team that we're not expected to win.
Liam, thanks for joining us. We wish you all the very best for the rest of the season. Thank you. We're bringing Kyle Amor. Kyle, first of all, thanks for joining us after that defeat. Just whereabouts are your emotions right now at this moment in time?
Oh, look, obviously we're disappointed. We lost. We came here today and we felt that we'd have enough about us to get the win, but sometimes, rugby league can punch you in the face, and, when you're not prepared to sort of do the little parts of the game well, which, I thought, this is a side that hasn't been beaten yet, Dewsbury, and so they were always going to have a say in the game, but I thought the first 20 minutes we controlled and we dominated areas of the field, but I just felt that when we were getting joy in and around that ruck, we kept moving the ball away, and we come up with a couple of errors, 3 in a row in that first half, and then they scored the points off the back of that. Then we do the same with penalties. We give them 3 penalties away, then they score again, and before we know it, they're heading into the sheds at half time up, and then the magic of the cup over the last, God knows how long, really. It just shows you that once you've got momentum behind you, and I just thought that they ran a bit harder, tackled a bit harder, and just wanted it a little bit more, which, obviously it's disappointing, but all we can do now is just take that one on the chin and look to the league. We're sat 4th at the minute in the league, and there's huge areas of improvement in our game. We know that. We felt we set the season off well, but I think over the last couple of weeks there's been a few signs there that are a little bit concerning. And that's every single one of us within the team as well. But this is a funny old game and it's a long old year. So like I say, sometimes you've got to be man enough to face up and recognise that you've had a number done on you, and that's us today. So we're disappointed, but we have to just quickly sort of forget about it as soon as we can. Look at the video, learn the lessons from it, and then come back and show up on Friday night against Swinton, because I believe over the last couple of weeks we've just shown a little bit of vulnerability within our team, and that's only down to us as players to sort that out.
Kyle, many thanks for joining us. We'll let you get back to John Keir and the team in the dressing rooms, and the best of luck.
Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
Thank you to Kyle. Great to get reaction from both parties there. Real disappointment, as you would expect from Widnes, but what a performance from Dewsbury. Final thoughts, Kevin Brown. Widnes just couldn't live with Dewsbury today.
No, and I think that's the magic of the Challenge Cup. We often get underdogs winning the game, and that was the case today. And the Widnes fans go home in shock, and the Dewsbury fans that are here go to the next round.
and it's London away for Dewsbury in the next round, in the 5th round of the Betfred Challenge Cup. My thanks to Kevin Brown. Hope you've enjoyed that 32-12. What a victory, what a performance from the Dewsbury Rams, and our unrivalled continued coverage on the Sportsman produced another cracker here in the Betfred Challenge Cup. That's as far as we go. What a night, though, in store for Dewsbury. You can celebrate this. They won it 32 points to 12. From Kevin Brown and from myself, thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
And a Super League season comes to its conclusion here tonight.